All right, we got the user guide. The camera set comes with 60 feet of Cat 5e cable for each camera. Power cords. You can see the size, are about the size of a fist. These are 6 megapixel cameras. They have night mode, and there's supposed to be some smart technology to detect when somebody's walking by. You see they swivel and adjust. Get your placement right. And finally, this is probably what I'm most excited about for this Onwote system. In full disclosure, Onwote sent this to me for free to give me a chance to review it for my channel. So thanks to Onwote for that. I'm really excited about this. It comes with a 2 terabyte hard drive inside. One of the main reasons I've hesitated in getting a home camera system is because I don't want to pay a subscription fee to keep my video footage available online. This solves that with the app interface, and it records the video footage right in my home. Plug all the cameras in the back, run the cables wherever they need to go, and I've got video footage and no ongoing subscription cost. I'm really excited about that. Before I start installing these all over the house, I'm gonna just plug everything in and make sure it's working the way I expect. So let's get that done, and then we'll do the install and see how quick and easy that is and how the cameras work. So I appreciate Onwote for letting me provide an honest review of what I like and dislike about the system. I do appreciate it if you use the Amazon link down below. That'll give me a small commission on any purchases you make to help continue funding the work I do to bring you these videos. Okay, for demonstration, I've just hooked up this old TV to the box. Power just beeped at me, and I see some blinking lights on the front. Those cameras are lighting up. Whoa, I think that might be the motion sensor. Find the input on this old TV. Oh, look at that. I see cameras back there. I will say in the documentation that came, there's a 1-year warranty. The user guide really jumps right into using the software, and it says nothing about how to go about installing the system. So you're kind of left on your own there. Hopefully this video helps demonstrate how it can be installed. They did include a little mouse in the box, so maybe I can plug this in back here. The mouse works. Good thing it does tell us the default password and promptly recommends changing that password. Made it through the password setup, and it had me install the app. Now I've got to add the device. It looks like that should be pretty easy here. Add device, it tells me I can scan, wants to access my camera. Okay, it's scanner for the QR code. Looks like I can give this thing a name. Okay, start live view. There, we now have a live view of cameras. I've found there's a variety of settings in here. Looks like we can turn audio on and off through the cameras even. The good news is at least 3 of the cameras are showing up in the app. Camera number 4 is the one not showing in my app yet. Click the plus and I can find the camera on the list. I figured out how to move the cameras around. It's just a drag and drop thing. It's not the most simple and easy software to set up, but for the price and the ability to record onto your own local hard drive, that's pretty helpful. I'll show you just a couple things I learned. You can select the different cameras. You can set particular areas. Only wanted a certain part of the view. There's all sorts of settings under storage where you can allocate space, and if you want to play back and see what's happened. So let's get going on that. All right, time to climb up in the attic and look around at the insulation, see how I can route the wiring for these cameras. One thing I quite like, they've included some stickers so you can easily get the screw holes lined up. So one thing I do not like, they include these cheap anchors. I hate these things. I'm going to use my togglers. These self-drilling snap screws are my favorite drywall anchors. Super easy to use. I'll include a link in the description below. If you purchase it, it's an affiliate. Now I've got to be able to get the wiring through the drywall into the attic. This plug, it looks like a 7/8 hole bit, is going to work just perfectly. To keep drywall on the end of this, you throw a little bit of tape over it. Good, that fit beautifully. And now, because I have a bunch of insulation, I've grabbed a branch off the tree outside and give myself a flag to find. Definitely feel the insulation up there. It's gonna be a little bit tricky to go through. So just twist this on. Back this way along those boards, that's where I'm headed to install the front porch camera. Punching a nail through the soffit so that I can see where the wood is to secure the camera to. Here we've got one camera installed in the garage. It's got a nice view across the garage, catches the door. People might exit the house as well as the garage door as someone enters. Somehow makes their way through this door here. It's gonna pick them up pretty quick. So you can see the wiring's been installed up through the attic. Okay, here's a camera installed. It's got a view across the back deck, and we'll see anybody that comes through the backyard of the house or in the back door. So we've got the back of the house covered, the front of the house, the garage, and then the main kitchen. It's really good coverage of these 4 cameras. So with these cameras installed, I've got to get them positioned. Now this is pretty convenient. I can take the app here, and now on the app, I'm seeing as I adjust the camera positioning. So how convenient is that? Can turn and rotate. Let me show you what I'm doing. I'll turn on the screen recording on my phone. I do have to say I'm reasonably pleased with the quality of the app. Most of the footage from the cameras in this video is at a low to medium resolution. This interruption is to show what the high resolution footage actually looks like without me having to go back and re-access all the different footage I used to create this video. First, I'm going to play the low resolution video, which is basically standard definition or SD footage. Now, I'm going to play the same clip in the high resolution version, which is basically 4K footage. Finally, now for a side-by-side comparison. Let's zoom in while I'm in the camera to see the level of detail the 4K footage provides when I'm 35 feet away from the security camera. Pretty amazing ability to zoom in at the 4K resolution, isn't it? Notice, here we are recording the bald spot on top of my head. I'm going to turn on the screen recording on my phone. Device configuration. This is where we've got all sorts of good stuff. You can change the name of the device. I've set it up as the front porch. General detection. I think this is pretty cool. There's motion detection, and you can set a detection area, and then there's human detection. Let's look closer at this cool feature. These cameras have AI to detect human and vehicle motion. Did you notice the red box that followed me as I walked? Now, check out this other clip that detects a vehicle driving by. Isn't that awesome? We can come in and set a recording schedule if you don't want the camera recording at all times. This is it. Under recording type, this is kind of cool. There's all or there's motion detection. I'm going to change it on mine to be motion detection. That recording type is only going to record when it detects motion. And now I can set up further for general detection, and I can set up an area where I'll be recording, or we can set up detection for people and faces. I also have the ability on the app, I can see all 4 cameras. I can open up an image, make it full size. I believe I can even zoom in. So if I really want to see that bald spot on the top of my head, here we go. Look at that. I'm missing some hair. So that's kind of cool. It's my first one, so I haven't played around with others. I know there's others out there that are really slick and easy to use. Most of those come with a monthly subscription fee, which I kind of despise. I just want to record the footage onto a hard drive. If I ever need to get at it, I can. But chances are, I probably won't have to check it very often. So I hate to be paying $10 a month or whatever the monthly fees are when I can use the Onwote system and just record it directly to that hard drive that I have control of, and it's a one-time purchase for the camera system. Okay, now let's compare daytime and nighttime recording of the cameras. Here are the views from the front porch camera. And here are the views from the back porch camera. So to see how these cameras work, I'm going to record my general thoughts on this whole system from each of the cameras, and then we'll compare them. We'll also see if and how much the audio from the security camera picks up. Right now, the audio is coming through through the microphone that's right here under my shirt, and now, hopefully, the audio is coming through the security camera. Since the audio recording from the security camera is a bit difficult to understand, I'm going to change to the microphone audio instead. Let me tell you what I like and what I dislike about this Onwote camera system. First of all, I like the price. I think it's a very reasonable price system, and I absolutely love that it comes with a 2 terabyte hard drive installed in the controller setup so that I don't have to pay a subscription service. I get to keep my data on the hard drive, and I can access the footage if I ever need it. But if I don't need it, I don't need to be paying someone else to keep it on the cloud. So once it fills up the 2 terabytes, it's going to start back at the beginning and continue writing. So it'll take a little experimentation, and depending on the number of cameras in your setup, this one had 4. I know they sell setups with even more cameras, so those hard drives will fill up, and the time will vary depending on if you're recording continuously or if it's motion recording. One of the things I did not like about the camera setup, they feel pretty big. They're, about the size of a softball. That seems big by today's standards since they can be really small and hidden cameras. So I'm a little surprised by that, but that's okay. I did like that the cameras come in a metal housing. It feels like a very sturdy housing, and so that's a nice thing. Now this is pretty far away from the camera. We're probably a good 20 feet, maybe 25. It's also really bright in the sun on my face right now. I also love that the hard drive is expandable up to 10 terabytes. So that 10 terabyte hard drive is pretty impressive capacity. I'm impressed the cameras can record audio. Let's compare how it sounds. First, from my camera microphone. The other things that I loved, when I set it all up on the kitchen counter, it worked right out of the box. Now, repeating from the Onwote camera microphone. And one of the other things that I loved, when I set it all up on the kitchen counter, it worked right out of the box. It may not be the slickest app interface or the absolute easiest, but if you're willing to spend a little bit of time, it was pretty easy to set up, so I was pleased with that. Now, continuing the comparison of my phone camera versus the security camera, as well as the audio between the phone and the security camera, 2 things I didn't really like. One was the installation instructions were non-existent as far as the installation of the system. The instruction booklet focuses pretty much entirely on the software. The software is important, getting things set up, but it would have been nice to have a little more installation about how to install them. The other thing I was not crazy about is there's no Wi-Fi. So it would be really nice if this Onwote camera system had a Wi-Fi setup so you could connect it via Wi-Fi and then you didn't have to run Ethernet cables everywhere. Now, it is notable that then you're going to have to power the cameras somehow, so you'll need outlets. The way the cameras get power is probably preferable over the Wi-Fi network. It would be nice to be able to put the camera control box someplace and have it connect to the internet via Wi-Fi as opposed to being hardwired. So let me tell you about a couple more things about the installation that were nice as I step inside the kitchen. Now, I mentioned the easy plug and play installation. That was nice. One thing that I also think is cool is that it's power over Ethernet. So the PoE cameras receive the power they need from the network cables that run all over through the attic. And that's really convenient because you don't have to deal with batteries or trying to only install cameras where you have power outlets or adding power outlets. So the last thing that I wish would have been different, I had to poke holes through a number of walls and pass the Ethernet cables through. Now, there were no grommets included that would work well for the setup I needed. It would be nice if there was an assortment of grommets. I'm going to have to pick some of those up at Lowe's or Home Depot to help seal up the penetrations I made through the metal soffit, outside, through the drywall, inside. It's a pretty minor thing, but to get a clean installation, I've got to make a quick trip to the hardware store. So if you found this video interesting, be sure to check out one of my next videos. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. Have a great day.